keep the watch when night is dim. One more light the bowl shall brim, shining beyond the frosty weather, bright as sun and moon together. People of feast and sing today, love, the star is on the way.
Katie and I are operating under the assumption that anybody with small children today is also operating in semi-chaos. If this relates to you, well, you're welcome, you're in the right place. I was watching as people were sort of wandering in, and we may still have more people wander in to join us. And if they do, well, they'll just join us in this organized chaos. We're going to begin with Deck the Halls, I believe, yeah?
Merry Christmas. Yes, we've got some elves to help us sing tonight. Okay, why don't you stand with us? Stand in body or in spirit, and let's sing Deck the Halls. And if this is a song you don't know all the words, this song is an easy one because it has a lot of fa la 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 la. Can you say fa la 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 la? Fa la 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 la. All right, you know half the song already. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. 'Tis a season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Draw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la, la 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 la.
All right. We're going to do our chalice lighting. All right. Not jumping the gun out of my. Oh no. The first. Organized chaos. Remember I said that? Organized chaos. These opening words. Are y'all ready for Santa? Who's ready for Santa out there? Yes. Yes. I wish that dear old Santa would take me for a ride. I'd like to drive his reindeer and sit by Santa's side. I'd like to help old Santa find all the girls and boys so each one might be happy with Christmas books and toys. Jingle, 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 Christmas toys we'd bring. Jingle, 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 how the bells would ring. So here's to hoping for an excellent Christmas Santa visits. And I'm going to pass this torch to, do you know how to do it? Okay. So you go like this.
Okay, we're gonna say the
Let me get it started.
chalice words, okay?
I made it look easier. There we go. Hold my hand.
Can join us in saying our chalice words. We kindle this flame, symbol of our faith, for the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of love, which calls us to work for justice.
Welcome all, welcome all. So, I'm Reverend Mrs. Claus tonight, and I'm joined by the Seaforth Elves, as well as some other members of the Claus family. Wave your hands. We're so excited to sing some of your and our favorite songs, tell a couple of stories. We're going to give to a virtual food bank and or into our little plates so that we can help our neighbors and share our holiday traditions with each other today. This service was designed with families in mind and the needs of younger ones who don't want sermons. So there's no sermon today. I know you're really disappointed. You can stay later for the 7 o'clock if you want a little homily. But we know that you do like Santa, right? Let's hear it for Santa. Yes. Now, I have some bad news about Mr. Claus. He did get sick, but who needs a man when you've got a woman? So, Mrs. Claus is here. All is not lost. We hope that this is the beginning of a new tradition that's designed from kids' point of view. So you can stay for a cup of hot chocolate, take some pictures with us, and come back next year. So I want to invite you into something that we do in the Claus family. It's called Christmas yoga. You know what this is? Okay, it's a little like something else that you're going to recognize in a minute, but what it involves is you're going to repeat back to me what I say. Can you do that? So we'll practice this. Ready? Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Ha, ha, ha! Ha, ha, ha! Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Okay, this is also known as laughter yoga. So let's do it again. Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Ha, ha, ha! Ha, ha, ha! Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Whee! So when we practice laughter yoga, we try to laugh like someone else, just to kind of like get our muscles for laughter all loosened up. So let's all try to laugh like Santa. Okay, everybody? Let's hear, how would Santa laugh? Everybody join me. Those are some good Santa laughs. Let's try some elven laughs. What would an elf sound like if an elf laughed? It is designed to make you not be able to stop laughing. So I want you to pretend that you might be like Mrs. Claus's kids and you're a little embarrassed that she's doing laughter yoga in front of everybody on Christmas Eve. How would you laugh then? My kids are looking really pleased about this. Yes. Merry Christmas. All right, well, that's our little warm-up, a little laughter yoga warm-up, a little Christmas yoga. That's really the only yoga that Mr. and Mrs. Claus know how to do. So that's all we're going to do. So now we're going to move into our opening hymn.
Yes, and we're going to use the bells for this one. So little elves, do you want to help pass out the bells? Now, can anyone guess what Christmas song we'd sing that we would need bells for? Very good guess. Jingle bells. You can follow along with me. snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha! Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha! Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Woo! Nice jingles!
All right, this is story time with Reverend Mrs. Claus. I'm sharing one of the favorite Christmas stories in our family. How many people know this one? Santa's Stray. Okay, good. I'm introducing something new to you. So you're welcome to come sit up on the floor in the front if you want. You're also welcome to stay where you're at. The pictures are up here. So if you want to come sit with Skylar for the story, you can. Can I just take this off? So, grown-ups, you know those stories that make you cry every time you read them? It's possible this is one of those for me, so just a little heads up. The world is a big place. Millions of children live in thousands of small towns and big cities. And it's hard, even for Santa Claus, to keep track of every kid. But Santa must keep track. He wants to know not just who's been naughty and nice, but who is happy and sad. This is where Simon comes in. Simon is a cat. He is black and white, and some children who've met him call him Stinky, because sometimes he smells bad. That's because Simon is a stray who lives outside, sometimes sleeping in garden dirt and scrounging trash bins for meals. But Santa knows the value of a stray, even a stray who smells, especially a stray like Simon. Simon lived very simply, a small, unremarkable cat who was neither beautiful, nor fast, nor strong. There's Simon up in the tree. He wandered his neighborhood, climbing trees, drinking from creeks and puddles, watching children, and chasing other cats for fun. In summer, he scouted out shady spots for napping, and in winter, he looked for garage doors left open just enough to let him in somewhere away from the cold and wind. Or if he lived here, the coyotes and the owls. One especially cold night, as the stars shone bright and the air grew crisp, Simon crept into a familiar garage. Inside the garage, Simon found a second door open. It led into the kitchen. Now, Simon hesitated. He rarely went inside houses, Oh, sure, he envied the house cats who slept on warm beds and ate regular meals, but whenever Simon tried to go inside a house, the people who lived there would shout and toss him out, or their cats would hiss, or their dogs would bark, or their children would scream, "Mommy, Mommy, there's a strange cat in the house and he smells." So Simon spent his time outside watching people. He learned something about the people in this house. A boy lived there, a kind boy who made his mother leave the garage door open for strays, even if it meant, as his mother complained, that possums sometimes crawled in too. Simon could feel the warmth coming from inside the quiet house. He padded softly into the kitchen. Oh, something smells wonderful, he thought. Have y'all been baking in your homes? Are there yummy things in your house right now? That's what Simon smelled when he came in. So he began to explore the house, and he saw sparkly stuff everywhere. In one room, he found a whole tree covered with it. Beneath the tree sat a plate full of cookies and a glass of milk. Even the cookies sparkled. Simon stuck his nose into the glass and lapped up the milk. It felt warm like the house. Sparkly stuff hanging down from the tree tickled his ears as he drank. So Simon knocked the sparklies back and forth until some of it fell off. He chased it around the room like a mouse until it disappeared under the sofa. Do y'all have cats that play with the ornaments on your trees? Yeah, it's like a big cat toy for them. The sofa. Let's see, did I skip a page? Yes, so he decided to go lay on the sofa because that looked pretty comfy. He knew what one was, although he'd never been on one before. The house cats, who never hunted for their meals and only went outside to play, often bragged about afternoons spent dozing on them, soaking up sunshine. There was no sunshine now. It was dark except for the twinkly lights on the tree. So Simon fell asleep on the sofa, snuggled into its soft cushions, and fell asleep. That sounds nice. Simon was half asleep when a noise awoke him. Who was it? Yes, he opened one eye and spied a man standing by the fireplace. The man looked very big around the middle. He had a long white beard and wore a red suit lined with white fur. Simon recognized him as Santa Claus. He was fumbling in his pocket, searching for his list. Oh no, Santa lost his list. He had a big bag bulging with colorful toys, red trains, blue cars, pink dolls, brown teddy bears, and orange yo-yos, and they all rested on the floor beside him. What was it again? Santa asked out loud. His voice sounded gruff and frustrated. Santa sat on the sofa beside the cat. Simon curled into a tight ball and pretended to be asleep. He felt afraid. He wondered if Santa thought he smelled bad. He wondered if Santa would toss him off the sofa and out of the house. But Santa just kept talking out loud. While he was talking, he began petting the cat beside him. Oh, bother, what am I gonna do? Maybe there is a list over there. Santa got up for a moment and looked under the tree. There he found an empty glass full of sweets, including sugar cookies made in Christmas tree shapes, topped with green, sparkly sugar. Tree-shaped sugar cookies were Santa's favorite, but he frowned. Cookies weren't what he was looking for. He took one anyway and went back to the sofa to pet the cat. He munched on the cookie and pondered his problem. Uh-oh, Santa can't find his list, y'all. What is he gonna do? Simon kept still. He listened to Santa. Was it a train set, Santa asked? Or a Barbie doll? Or maybe a book about dinosaurs? No, I think it had wheels. The boy definitely asked for something with wheels. Simon had managed to survive as a stray by keeping quiet, staying in the shadows, and going unnoticed. But seeing Santa struggle was too much. Simon opened both of his eyes, bounced into Santa's lap, and then hopped onto the floor. Amused, Santa watched as the cat walked over to the giant bag and disappeared inside. Santa heard a clanking noise like a cat nosing around a trash bin. Simon pushed and shoved until finally a giant yellow dump truck came out of the trash bin. came out of the bag. He was like a trash bin. Simon crept out of the bag, looked over the truck, and then stared hard at Santa. At that moment, Santa Claus noticed there was something remarkable about this cat after all. Simon stared with a knowing expression. Look at those cat's eyes. He knows something. Santa thought the cat's eyes seemed to look right through him. The eyes were a beautiful ice blue. They reminded Santa of glistening snow crystals. Now, Santa enjoyed taking long walks with Mrs. Claus along the glittering snowy paths of the North Pole, and they would often talk about the children of the world and how worried they were about them, how much they wanted them to be happy. They longed to know everything about every child, who was happy and sad, which toys they wanted, and whether they were lonely or afraid. This was Santa's Christmas wish, was to know these things. So when Santa looked into Simon's eyes, he sensed that Simon already knew this, that he was the kind of cat who could see what was inside people. When you're sad, does your cat or dog like to come hang out with you? Yeah, mine likes to come cuddle with me. Simon's smart like that too. The dump truck? Santa asked the cat. The boy who lives here wants a dump truck, doesn't he? Santa, who spoke fluent reindeer, polar bear, and other languages, waited for Simon's reply. Then Simon found his scratchy voice and told Santa about the boy who lived in this house where the garage door was always left open just enough to let in a stray. Yes, meowed Simon, a dump truck would make the boy happy. I've seen him sit outside by himself day after day. He sits in his sandbox in the backyard, pushing the dirt with his hands. He makes loud noises when he does it. Scroom, scroom. Santa listened, then asked the cat, yes, but why this dump truck? It's a giant dump truck, and the boy is not that big. Perhaps a smaller truck would do. Simon cocked his head and gave Santa a lingering look before he answered. Santa, the cat said, the boy who lives here is a very good boy. He always comes in to dinner right when his mother calls him. In the summer, he never steps on ants or spiders. He pets me gently and never pulls my tail and never calls me stinky as the other children do. But he is also very shy. I think he gets lonely. If the neighbor kids see him playing with that big dump truck, they would probably come over to his sandbox. And I know this boy would share his truck if they asked. And then he would not just get a truck, but some new friends. That's a pretty good Christmas present. Santa nodded. Yes, you are a wise cat, Simon. The boy is lucky to have you for a pet. Oh, I'm not a pet, said Simon. I'm not anyone's pet. I belong to no one. Then Santa nodded and placed the giant dump truck under the tree, filled the boy's stocking with chocolates and little toy cars and peppermint candy canes, and sat on the couch with Simon. Tell me more, he said. Simon snuggled into Santa's big warm lap, rubbed his face into the white fur of Santa's coat, and spoke of his life as a stray. He told Santa about drinking from puddles and eating from trash bins, and nights sleeping in garages, and days napping in trees or rolling in warm garden dirt and watching children play. Simon, it seemed, loved children as much as Santa, even the ones who called him Stinky. Santa picked up Simon and held him close. Simon, you are good at being a stray, but I'd like you to belong to me. Santa's gonna get a kitty. Simon, the world is a very big place. I need a cat who loves children as much as I do, who can help me watch over them every day and tell me not just what they want for Christmas, but are they happy or lonely or sad? And Simon said, yes, Santa, I will help, and the others too. What others? Asked Santa. The other strays, said Simon, right here in this neighborhood. There's Midnight and Oscar and Sophocles, all the kitties of the neighborhood. Do you know, Santa, there are millions of us all over the world. Santa smiled, and the two went into the kitchen to get more cookies and milk. And so it happened that a little boy who was very good but very shy got a giant toy dump truck for Christmas, and Santa became the owner of a stray cat named Simon, and today Children everywhere are watched over by the strays who secretly love them. There he is, Simon the cat. You can stay here. We're going to sing another song. I bet you know this one.
And since we had so much fun with the bells for Jingle Bells, we can play them for the next song too. So who knows who's coming tonight? Who comes? Santa! You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sakes. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Good job, everybody. Especially that cowbell.
Some of you may know this next one. So if you know it, you can say parts along with me. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a... When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles with coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen. On Comet, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and that's right. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, and his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held right in his teeth, and the smoke it circled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, he sprang to his, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose, and sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Xmas to all, and to all a good night." All right, let's do it.
Does anybody know who Santa's favorite reindeer is? Or who's the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph, that's right, Junie. You want to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with me? Okay, we've got some props too. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Connor and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose like a light bulb. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows like a flashlight. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games like Monopoly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Ho, ho, ho, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then how the reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee, "Yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history like George Washington."
Okay, keep this one on. So we wanted to take a minute to ask all of you, what are some of your traditions? What are your favorite songs or foods or things that you do on Christmas? Does anybody want to share one? Adults or kids? What's your favorite food? Okay, think about it. Anybody got a favorite food? A good Christmas food? Oh, we have some over here. Go ahead.
Sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies. How many people made sugar cookies this season? How many people are going to eat them? Did you have one? What do you want to tell us?
Burritos.
Burritos! That's a favorite Christmas food and very Phoenix of you. All right. Oh, you thought of something. What's yours?
Cake.
Cake! Yes, yes. All right, somebody else had their hand up over here. Was it you? What do you want to tell me?
My favorite food is salmon.
Salmon. You know what? We're having salmon for dinner tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good, who else has a favorite Christmas food? Over here, okay.
Eggnog.
Eggnog, yes. How about you, Stone?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Those all sound very good. Is anybody getting hungry? Does anybody have a special tradition they do that they think other people might have fun hearing about? Something you do at Christmas time that is kind of different? Oh, she's fine.
There's this one time there was a blackout in our neighborhood, and sometimes we just realize, oh, remember when there was a blackout on Christmas?
Unfortunately, I think some people are having that happen to them because of weather right now. So everybody in the rest of the country is stuck inside and canceling services because it's snowy and cold. And I think everyone here is not showing up to services because it's sunny and beautiful. They're all out for a hike. Huh?
I like gingerbread houses too.
Ooh, gingerbread houses. That's a fun tradition. Okay, any other family traditions, foods, activities that we should know about?
We like to order Thai food on Christmas Eve and play Pictionary.
Thai food and Pictionary. That sounds winning to me. We always make, so my kids are over here. Raise your hands. Yeah, they're like really happy to raise their hands. Allie's home from college and Sol's in school, and we always make sugar cookies. And Allie and I went for a hike yesterday, so I feel like that's a new tradition, hiking. So we're not in the Midwest anymore. Huh? And we played Upwards, and I lose badly to my mom and my kid. That's embarrassing.
My favorite food is jelly.
Jelly, yes, that's a good one. Oh, who am I missing over here?
Thank you, Ramona. It's kind of a semi-tradition because we don't really do it every year, but we like to have Indian or Chinese food for Christmas dinner, which is really yummy.
I love the sophistication of it's a semi-tradition. Like we don't do it every year, but like many years we do this. Okay, Katie and Andrew, do you have any special things that you do at the holidays?
Yeah, so my family always had a Swedish and Norwegian meal. We'd have Swedish meatballs, lefse, which was a potato tortilla with butter and sugar, and lutefisk, which we did not have every year because not everybody was a fan. It's like a jellyfish. And then Andrew's family has a big German meal with Blaukraut.
We used to have dumplings, but we're all gluten-free now. So it's mashed potatoes and, yeah.
We've
mashed
kind of
potatoes,
combined the
Blaukraut, and
two.
some sort of beef, sauerbraten or something. So we've
Nice.
combined them, and we have Swedish meatballs with Blaukraut.
That sounds fun.
It is.
Good food.
And lots of cookies.
And lots of cookies, right. Okay, those sound like all good traditions. Well, thank you for sharing your traditions. We hope that you find more and new ones. This is my first time being in Phoenix for Christmas, where it's sunny and lovely. We spent 2 years in Atlanta and like Georgia area. Colder there actually than here. And then Christmas in Colorado or Kansas. So this is like my first sort of winter Christmas. My first desert wonderland Christmas, so. Okay, we're gonna do the 12 Days of Christmas. How many people know this song? Okay, we need some volunteers. So I need 12 volunteers. So if you're a kid and you're willing to come stand next to me, come stand next to me. Just a couple volunteers. You're gonna hold a sign. Ready? So I need one. Come get a sign, but you have to stay in order for it. Okay. Come over here, sweetie. Come over here. Go over by me, Ramona. Yeah, turn around. There we go, good. Okay, good. Now stay up here with the sign. Stay up here with the sign. Organized chaos. Just remember, organized chaos. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, scoot down just a little. 3 slips in here. Okay, turn. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay,
these
we need to have a few
beautiful
more
signs.
signs. Okay, Stone's gonna come get one. At least one more sign, maybe 2. Anybody else want to hold a sign?
Yes. And we do this song because there's 12 days at Christmas, and there's also 12 months of the calendar year. So anyone who has a January birthday, why don't you stand up? Oh, yes. I'm a January birthday too. So every time we sing, so January, we're going to get a workout. But every time we sing A Partridge in a Pear Tree, the January birthday stand up. Now, where's anybody of February? No Februaries. Okay. Oh, yes, we do have a February. Yay. So you're 2 turtle doves. So remember 2 turtle doves. Okay, March. We got Stony. March, 3 French hens. April. Yay, April. So every time we say 4 calling birds. And then May. Any May birthdays? Okay, good. So May is 5 golden rings. May. June birthdays. June, all right. Mrs. Claus, 6 geese a-laying. July. Oh, I see some Julys. Okay, so you are 7 swans a swimming. August. Woo! August, stand up with 8 maids a milking. September.
Yes.
All right. So you stand up for 9 ladies dancing, or you could just do a little dance if you're already standing. October. 10 lords a leaping. All right, we got some October birthdays. November. Junie and Andrew. 11 pipers piping. 11 pipers piping. And the 12th, December. Any December birthdays? Ooh, yes. 12 drummers drumming, okay? So let's have some fun with this one.
But everybody can sing, right?
Yes, but everybody sing along,
Okay.
if able. First day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Take a breath. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That right there is your Christmas cardio. So now you've done yoga and cardio with us today. Good work, good work, good work. That's a lot of pages in my script, that song. Okay, so for this next piece, we're going to be passing around the offering, but I also want to invite you, we're going to share some of our money with an organization that actually uses our building as a shelter a couple times a week. Ascend, which uses a program called iHelp, brings folks who don't have a place to live to stay in this building. We serve them dinner and they spend the night here. We bring a shower truck over. And it's an emergency setup for folks who really need help. They do a lot of things at Ascend, including a food bank and some other stuff. And so we want to invite you, if you're willing to, if you have a smartphone, you could even do this from your phone. Go to their food drive online. You can show this to your kids. You can actually pick sort of items off of the shelf that you want to pay for and put them, you move them with your finger into the basket, and it'll show you what your money is buying for them. So it's kind of a fun app to do with your kids watching to see what the money goes to. We're going to pass the plates, though. If you want to put cash or a check or something in there, that will be another way to contribute towards the work that this congregation does with Ascend. Okay, and there's a second part of this. It's sort of a reverse offering. So if you're under the age of 5, with your parent, you can come up to our little stuffed animal area over here that Skylar's pointing out and pick out an animal to take home with you. So if you're under the age of 5 and your parent wants to come help you grab a toy to take, you'll get to take this home with you. Obviously, I'm not checking IDs up here, so if your older sibling wants to come with you, that's fine too. Parent, guardian, grandpa, grandma, whoever's here with you. And then people who are between the ages of 6 and 8, if you want to come up and hop in line. Stone, go to the back of the line, bud. There's a line. Just take one little lovey. All right, if you're between the ages of 9 and 11, you can come hop in line and find something. And if you're over 11 and you need a lovey, I'm pretty sure we have enough, so you can hop in line too. Soul, you're definitely still not too old for one, since you wouldn't even give up one. And then take your lovey back to a place to sit down, because we're going to sing to your baby. This is your baby that we're going to sing to here in a minute. So find a stuffed animal to take with you. Don't take too long picking one out. Okay. You can do white elephant later, parents, if you need to switch out. Perfect. Okay, has every small person had a chance to come up and grab one? If you're an adult and you need one, there's no shame. There's plenty. You can come get one too. If you want to have a stuffy to sing our next song to, you can come grab one. I'm going to get one. Okay, with your little lovey, we're going to sing to our babies. Do you need, oh yeah, Katie, you need a lovey for sure.
Okay. Another tradition in the Seifert house is for bedtime, we sing Christmas carols as our lullabies. And these next two songs are ones we love to sing. So we're going to sing to our loveys tonight too. So you can hold your baby, rock your baby, and let's sing Away in a Manger. No crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The cattle are lowing, the baby awakes, but little Lord Jesus no crying he makes. I love you, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by my cradle till morning is nigh. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask you to stay close by me forever and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in your tender care, and fit us for heaven to live with you there. You can do one more. Yes, I love it. The squirrel's on Mrs. Claus's shoulder. That looks like a comfy place. And now let's do Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth.
Well, we thank you all for being part of our first family Christmas, made up of many moments of chaos and fun. I'm going to invite Katie's, let's see, who would, my kids actually are supposed to help me do this. Come help me blow out the candle. If you'll join us in our closing words, our chalice extinguishing. Ooh, I like that. Look how cool that looks at the background. Though we extinguish this chalice, our connection to each other and this community remains. May its light guide us this week as we walk the path of justice, speak words of love, and fill our world with compassion until we meet again. I didn't give them any clue about what they're going to do up here. Well done. Preacher's kids you are. So if you would like to stay and take a picture, I'm sorry, Santa Claus got sick if you were not here earlier. I do have a costume if somebody wants to wear it, but otherwise you can have a picture taken with just your family in the tree, with the elves, with Mrs. Claus, not at all, with chaos, however you want to do it. We do have something we can set up for that. We've got treats that will be set up in the back. We hope you'll enjoy running around in the beautiful sunshine with each other, but please bring your bells back up front so we can put those away. So bring your bells up, and that'll be your ticket to whatever goodies we have for you to eat and drink. And then if you want pictures taken, we'll set it up over here.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.